The driving pleasure. The worldwide market launch was in March 2024 with the BMW X3 M35i xDrive performance model and one other petrol option, the BMW X2 xDrive 18i for South Africa. The BMW X2 will not be offered in South Africa. Hi, welcome to Car Fanatic with Mr. V8. Please subscribe. The BMW X2, an SUV that offers the perfect balance of luxury, performance, and versatility. Discover its distinctive design, characterized by powerful lines and an athletic presence. Immerse yourself in an interior that boasts high-quality equipment, innovative technology, and ergonomic comfort. Discover more about the different model variants, equipment options, prices, and personalize your BMW X2 to suit your personal taste. The BMW X2 and M35i guys is the more powerful of the two derivatives on offer, and we spent some time behind the wheel to find out what stood out about the new model. If you are looking for a taller and larger BMW, you now have the choice between a SAV, Sports Activity Vehicle, and a SAC, Sports Activity Coupe. The new BMW X2 falls within the latter group, given that instead of the traditional SAV roofline, the X2 offers a more coupe-like sloping design. But does this encroach on the owner's experience or bolster it? Find out here. Styling-wise, it is probably the most controversial aspect of the BMW X2 is the styling, not so much at the front but rather at the rear. But in the writer's opinion, this is one of the better executed SACs. Also, the fact that the model shares a chassis and powertrains with the X1 range, and yet still looks completely different, is what really sets it apart from similar product concepts from other manufacturers. But the X2 is definitely a model to see in the metal, not only for the design to make sense with the dimensions, which come in at 4 567mm long, 1 575mm tall, and 2 104mm wide, on the M35i derivative, but also for the details that make it unique in this range. Up front, our test unit came fitted with the iconic glow package, which illuminates the M35i specific kidney grille, which incorporates horizontal slats rather than a 3D mesh. Customers will also notice that on the M35i, traditionally chrome trim is now black as part of the standard shadow line package. On the sides are 21-inch M Sport alloy wheels, while at the rear, the M Sport rear spoiler and lower bumper treatment set it apart from the xDrive 18i derivative. While the BMW X2 is very distinctive in the BMW lineup, the prominent kidney grills, angry, headlamp design, and muscular lines down the sides and along the bonnet let it blend beautifully into the German automaker's current design language while still remaining unrepeated. During our time with the model, it most certainly turned heads, and for good reason. It is very stylish and aggressive. When it comes to space and interior, was the interior design, trim, and fitment. Unlock the car with the keyless entry and start system and step inside, where you will find our test unit fitted with the optional M Sport seats, which incorporate the famed BMW M badge. This emblem will start to illuminate automatically once the vehicle detects the key fob is close. Also quickly noticeable is the floating center console that leads to the vertically oriented wireless charging pad for your smartphone. Look up, and you will find a fixed panoramic sunroof and dark anthracite roof lining. Our test unit was upholstered with Sensitech, leather alternative, Veganza perforated in coral red-black shades. The contrasting tone and white contrast stitching around the cabin are complemented by textured trim pieces in the door cards, on the dashboard and fascia. All this, as well as the girthy steering wheel, really conveys the premium nature of the vehicle. The standard Harman/Kardon loudspeaker sound system doesn't hurt either. Both front occupants have ample leg, shoulder, and headroom, and the ergonomics is very good. The same is true for the rear occupants. While you might expect the sloping roofline to encroach on the headroom of rear occupants, most won't even notice sitting at the rear. In addition, the BMW X2 offers 560 liters of boot space with the rear seats in the upright position and up to 470 liters when the rear bench is folded flat. Comfort and convenience-wise, the M35i also comes packed with a variety of comfort features. As alluded to earlier, there is a wireless charging pad for your smartphone, which works great considering that the model also offers wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. These services can be accessed on a 10.7-inch touchscreen infotainment system installed with the latest BMW xDrive 9 operating system, which is not just intuitive, but very smooth. In front of the driver, there is a 10.3-inch digital instrument cluster which can be customized to display information the driver wants. The look of the displays and the ambient lighting also change depending on which of the different driving modes are selected by pressing a button on the center console. These driving modes, thus, not only change the driving and performance characteristics of the vehicle, but also set the mood inside the cabin. Another item that we enjoyed was the optional head-up display. Depending on the driving mode, the graphics displayed will change, but ultimately, the driver will always know what their current speed is, which driving assistance system is active, the engine speed, and a personal favorite if you are too close to the vehicle ahead of you. Performance-wise, the BMW X2 is available in two derivatives, the xDrive 18i M Sport and the one we drove in this review, the M35i. While the xDrive 18i M Sport delivers 115 kilowatts and 230 Nm of torque from its 1.5-liter, turbocharged, 3-cylinder petrol motor. The M35i produces a staggering 233 kilowatts and 400 Nm of torque from its 2.0-liter, turbocharged, 4-cylinder engine, more than double the power and nearly double the torque. The M35i sends the power to all four wheels via a 7-speed, dual-clutch, automatic transmission. BMW claims that the X2 M35i will sprint from 0 to 100 km per hour in 5.4 seconds and onto a top speed of 250 km per hour. After spending some time behind the wheel, we are confident that it could achieve those numbers, and if not, very close to it. On the fuel economy aspect, BMW claims that the BMW X2 M35i should be able to return an average fuel consumption figure of around 7.8 liter to 100 kilometers. After a few days of driving but being cognizant to not accelerate too quickly, we achieved 8.2 liters to 100 kilometers. With the vehicle in sport mode and with more aggressive throttle inputs, the M35i returned around 9.9 liters to 100 kilometers. Both figures are very respectable. When it comes to safety features being the flagship in the X2 range, and also our test unit being generously specified, you can expect that the BMW M35i has a plethora of safety features. As standard, customers can expect no less than 7 airbags, ABS brakes with electronic brake distribution, traction and stability control, as well as hill start assist and a tire pressure monitoring system. While a blind spot monitoring system is optional, the M35i does come standard with lane departure warning with lane keeping assist. A traffic sign recognition system also features standard as well as adaptive cruise control, which comes in very handy during the daily commute. As mentioned, our test unit came specified with the head-up display, but another item that impressed was the optional 360-degree parking camera view that will also transmit a 3D view of your surroundings, so that you know exactly how much space you have for maneuvering. Our unit also had an automatic high beam, which will automatically switch to the high beams if it's very dark, but the system will also automatically detect oncoming traffic and switch to dim automatically. Price-wise, included in the price of a new BMW X2 is a 2-year unlimited kilometer warranty, as well as a 5-year to a 100,000 kilometers maintenance plan. Do note that the pricing listed below was correct at the time of posting this video, however, can change at any moment and without notice. Models and pricing including VAT. The BMW X2 xDrive 18i M Sport from our 879,738 and the BMW X2 M35i from our 1,223,936. The new BMW X2, especially in the M35i guys, is a solid and very well specified SAC. From the time we spent in the car, there is very little to criticize, and like the X1 it is based on, it is just a very good all-rounder. The fact that that sloping roofline doesn't much encroach on the practicality and that BMW went as far as to give the X2 its own look is very appreciated. If there is an area that the rider believes needs addressing, it is the engine noise outside of the sport mode. While indeed, in sport mode, the X2 M35i sounds do provide all the oral pleasure, when in personal, standard mode, it doesn't sound like a performance-oriented SAC. In the end, If the price is not a deterrent and, like us, enjoy the styling, it is definitely a model we would recommend.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays.